The FA Cup is the oldest football tournament in the world. How well do you know its history? Question 1. Who won the 2025 FA Cup final by beating Manchester City? Crystal Palace. Question 2. Which club won the very first FA Cup in 1872? Wanderers. Beating Royal Engineers 1-0. Question 3. Who proposed the creation of the FA Cup in 1871? Question 4. Where was the first FA Cup final played in 1872? Kennington Oval. Question 5. Which team became the first second division side to win the FA Cup in 1894? Notts County. Question 6. Which club is the only non-English team to win the FA Cup? Cardiff City. Question 7. Which two teams played in the 1923 final, known as the White Horse Final? Bolton and West Ham United. Question 8. Who scored the legendary 35-yard rocket for Hereford vs Newcastle in 1972? Ronnie Radford. Question 9. Which club won the FA Cup in 1901 as a non-league team? Tottenham Hotspur. Question 10. Which goalkeeper famously played on with a broken neck in the 1956 final? Bert Trautmann. Question 11. Who scored the dramatic late equaliser for Liverpool in the 2006 final? Steven Gerrard, with a 35-yard screamer. Question 12. Which club pulled off the shock win over Leeds United in the 1973 final? Sunderland, winning 1-0. Question 13. Which team beat Arsenal in the 1927 final thanks to a goalkeeping error? Cardiff City. The Arsenal goalkeeper Lewis blamed a new jersey for the mistake that resulted in the goal, saying that the wool was greasy and allowed the ball to slip from his grip. Question 14. Which club's 1988 win is remembered as the Crazy Gang beating the Culture Club? Wimbledon. Beating Liverpool 1-0. Question 15. Which club had the trophy stolen from a shop window in 1895? Aston Villa. Question 16. Which FA Cup tie is often called the greatest giant killing of all time? Hereford beating Newcastle United 2-1 in 1972 in a third-round replay. Question 17. Which club won the first FA Cup final held at the new Wembley in 2007? Chelsea beating Manchester United 1-0. Question 18. Which team shocked Chelsea at Stamford Bridge during their 2015 Cup run? Bradford City. Winning 4-2. Question 19. Which non-league club reached the quarter-finals in 2017? Lincoln City beat Burnley, becoming the first non-league side in 103 years to reach the FA Cup quarter-finals. Question 20. Which club won 5 of the first 7 FA Cup finals? Wanderers. Winning the first in 1872. Then again in 1873, 1876, 1877, and their final win in 1878. My favourite FA Cup final is the 2006 Liverpool v West Ham. What is your favourite? Let me know yours and how you got on in the comments.